People are always talking about winter driving, but what about winter parking? Especially with parking as crowded as it is at OCC. Stay tuned for this and more.
Now, from the EMC studio at Onondaga Community College, this is an ONTV update.
Good morning, OCC, and thank you for joining us here on ONTV Update. Today's Friday, February 26th, and I'm Stephen Russell.
And I'm Heath Woodruff. Every student here at OCC has one thing in common: trouble with parking.
That rush to find a parking spot, especially during winter, has continued to be a problem for students. We sent out our own ONTV Update, Sean Clary, to investigate.
Here at OCC, the students are stressed, but not about what you would think.
Honestly, it is terrible. I have morning classes all the time, and when I pull in the morning and expect to find a parking spot, I can't see the lines.
That's right. Parking during the winter is a stressor for many students here that drive. When you can't even see where to park, it can be very frustrating for many, if not all students. To shed some light on this topic, Michael Ludwig, a laborer one with the grounds office here at OCC, gave us some insight to the parking predicament.
Our pushers don't scrape all the way down to the ground for a safety reason. The size and the weight of that equipment, if it were to scrape down to the ground, every little manhole, pothole, dip and ding in the road, I mean, it could cause a lot more damage.
Here at OCC, parking is always a problem, especially when you add a whole bunch of this white stuff into the mix. That being said, Michael had some very good advice for the students here.
The biggest thing is take it easy, drive slow, and leave ample time to get to class. If you have an 8:30 class and you commute, leave an hour or so early. It's always better to get here early and get a little studying in before class starts anyway. So my best bet is to definitely take it easy.
In Whitney Hall, I'm Sean Clary, ONTV Update.
Finding a spot these days can definitely be tough, but what boils it down is to being ready for what Syracuse winters can bring.
The Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society represents the highest achieving students at two-year institutions. The program helps students develop leadership skills and prepares them for future employment. On TV Updates, James Kern has more details.
The Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society is where many students like Iga Suspakanik achieve success and make a name for themselves. Iga is the president of Phi Theta Kappa chapter at Onondaga Community College. One of the top perks of being part of the honors is connecting with new students.
Because being at such a huge college where, there's not really a huge school spirit here at OCC, not a lot of people go to games, not a lot of people really live on campus. So having that PTK as something that connects people and having something in common with other people who are here at school really, helps you out to make better connections. And
Phi Theta Kappa is part of two-year community institutions, and its main focus is to encourage students to learn and grow and offers many benefits. Some of the benefits are volunteering within the community, building a stronger resume, and helping students transfer to a four-year institution. Being a part of the Honor Society gives students a chance to prove themselves academically.
The Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society offers many benefits and opportunities for students here at two-year colleges. It helps them build their leadership skills and transforms them into future leaders of tomorrow.
OCC and then go transfer to a four-year school. Some people go right into the workforce, and I think having an experience, just showing that you were not only sitting in a classroom and learning things, and not only you're a great student because you have that at least 3.5 average, you're also getting involved, you're going to the meetings, you're showing that you're participating in something, you're putting your extra time to be a part of the school, be a part of the chapter, maybe volunteer, be a part of some events we have here on campus.
There is an exclusive honors lounge where students come to study or just hang out to share common interests. From Whitney Hall, I'm James Kern, ONTV Update.
The Honor Society does so much for these young students. It's wonderful to see them work so hard to be successful and get noticed for their hard work in developing their skills and abilities to become the future leaders of tomorrow.
OCC, it's that time of year again. Flu season. Flu activity is increasing throughout the U.S. according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But it's not too late. If you have not received a vaccination this flu season, the CDC recommends that you get one as soon as possible. With major flu activity in 12 states, the flu is spreading. If you think you might have the flu already, then rest and painkillers are the recommended course of treatment.
You won't find many churches around Syracuse with a live band and a full production service. On TV Updates, Taylor Paventi went to the Vineyard Church to see how their technical team pulls it off week after week.
On an average weekend here at the Vineyard Church, all of these seats will be filled, and that stage will be covered with performers. But the stars here are the production team.
We have 10 people who do slides, 12 who do lighting, and 20 who do camera or something like that. We mix and match them. We also have audio engineers, which we at least see differently because audio is a completely different thing to us than video.
Whether it be running cords through microphones and placing them on stands, or hooking guitars up to amps, even turning on the lights, none of this would be possible without the Vineyard Tech team.
The result of so many people helping out is a different type of worship that everyone, including kids and elders, enjoy.
The sound mix and the sound engineering part of this has a lot to do with how people interact with with the worship music. They learn a whole lot that they can bring into whatever they're going to do.
It truly is amazing how big of a difference a good production team can make. From the Vineyard in Syracuse, I'm Taylor Paveni, ONTV Update.
You can see the team's hard work yourself at their services Thursday and Saturday nights as well as Sunday mornings at the location in Lakeland. Many of you have noticed crowds of middle and high schoolers in Whitney Hall recently. They were there to see the Scholastic Art Show. The Scholastic Art Show at OCC is part of a nationwide awards program that started in 1923 to show recognition for artists and writers between the grades of 7 and 12. The pieces shown at OCC are all by local students. The artwork covers all 3 floors of Whitney. If you've not seen the show yet, you have until tomorrow to see it.
Right after the break, we will be coming back with ONTV Update's own weatherman, Evan Bailey.
He'll be taking a look at the weather forecast and tell us what's ahead for us in the next 5 days.
Students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real-world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting, and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
Felton Art Gallery at Onondaga Community College. Experience art at its most engaging. The gallery features multiple genres of art, including painting, photography, and sculpture.
The teachers here are excellent. I've had some really informative teachers. The lessons are pretty clear and the teachers are very social. It's a very social experience. I liked the facility a lot. I liked the studios, so I decided to come here. I've learned so much. I've learned an indefinite amount of material about architecture, and I only have more to learn. I would definitely say that this school is excellent for building a portfolio to move on in this major.
Are you eager for knowledge outside the classroom? Then visit Coulter Library. If we don't have the book you're looking for, we can get it on loan. We also have a wide selection of movies and music to enjoy on your study break. And our quiet study rooms allow you to work alone or with classmates in a private environment. We're extending hours during finals week until 11 p.m. so you can catch up on your work. Visit our website for more information. Take advantage of Coulter Library today. You'll never fail in your journey to succeed.
Are you a veteran looking to continue your education? Then check out the Veterans Affairs Office at Coulter Library. We offer a variety of services, such as work study, mentoring, assistance with financial aid, vocational rehabilitation, and much more. The staff at the Office of Veterans Affairs are all veterans who continue to serve the OCC community. Visit room C103 or visit sunyocc.edu for more information.
Welcome back to ONTV Update, your OACC news from right here on campus. I'm Stephen Russell.
And I'm Heath Woodruff. Joining us here in the studio for weather is Evan Bailey. How's the weather looking today, Evan?
Heath, it's looking pretty well. Overall, the next week should be relatively mild compared to the last few weeks we've had. Light wind with a possibility of snow over the next few days. Gradually, it's getting sunnier towards the end of the week. And according to AccuWeather.com, taken from the Syracuse airport, today's high is supposed to be around 23, and tonight a low of 17. With intermittent snow showers are possible throughout the day. Winds about 17 miles an hour, gusting up to 23. And for the next 5 days, Saturday it'll be cloudy with a high of about 39, nighttime low of about 31. Sunday should be warming up, reaching about a high of 53, which is actually pretty cool considering it's been very, very cold the last few days. Cloudy and nighttime low about 38. Monday, possibility of snow showers and temperatures reaching 43 to start the week. On Tuesday, the possibility of snow continues, with temperatures reaching about 43 degrees and dipping down into the high 20s. Wednesday, snow is turning into rain during the day as temperatures rise to the high 30s, low 40s, but drops back down into the teens overnight. Now, around this time of year, people start talking about how the weather affects them. The main reason behind this is because central New York is known for some, relatively odd weather patterns. I sat down with two people who have their own experiences with central New York weather.
Anyone who has spent any time in Syracuse knows that we get some wacky weather patterns, but it's actually not as odd as it seems.
This is a rare part of the United States where obviously we get all 4 seasons, but the one thing that we are most known for is lake effect. Syracuse known as one of the snow capitals of the world, and it's because we live in such a unique area along the Great Lakes, especially with Lake Ontario.
But with a major college inside the city, many students are in for a rude awakening once mid-October rolls around. With students from all over the country, there's a real possibility that this is their first real winter.
It's also worth mentioning in the last week it's been about a 65-degree jump. Last weekend is in the negatives, and now it's in the low 50s.
Despite this mild winter, and some not-so-mild days, it's just another winter here in central New York. Even when everyone else would run and stay indoors, life goes on, even if we break snowfall records.
So Syracuse handles the snow much better than Maryland. However, there really are no such thing as snow days because they're able to plow it out. Everything's fine. So I guess that was kind of a shocker, seeing that how they take care of it. And
even though those of us who are native to the area would consider temperatures above 50 degrees to be warm, sometimes you just have to stop and think about how weird our weather really is.
Now, it's important to note that while we're in the middle of what's considered a mild winter for Syracuse, it's at this point in the year we're actually about 3 feet under the average for the area. The usual snowfall at the Syracuse airport is around 116 inches a year. Steve?
Thank you for that, Evan. Most OCC students go to the Barnes & Noble bookstore on campus to get their textbooks, but they also sell books for casual reading. According to the manager, Jess Murphy, all the casual books they sell are actually selected in store. They do take advantage of programs offered by their parent company, such as the Bargain Book Program, but the actual decision on what to sell is done at the local level. One decision the bookstore had made is the promotion of local authors. Later in the show, our sports anchor Ian Brothers brings us up to date on the women's basketball team.
He will be talking about how they've broken records and how their sights are set on the NJCAA National Finals. ONTV Update will be right back after the break.
I actually was a graduate of the Mechanical Technology Associate's degree program here myself. Onondaga, without a doubt, puts the student first. We want our students to be successful. We want them to come back to us and say, yeah, what we learned in this program was great. What we're doing, we have a skill set now that I can make a good living with. www.sunyocc.edu for more information.
What I love most about OCC is the ease of access. It's so close to home, and it's just a beautiful campus, and the social community is so nice. I can really find myself inside of it. The business area that they just built is really nice as well. That's going to be good for helping out business students with their goals and tasks and things. I would recommend OCC to somebody. I think it's a really nice place to get an education. I think it's a really nice school to be able to settle down in and build a future at.
I would definitely say OCC has prepared me for moving on my career path. My major is fire protection technologies. I chose that due to the fact of my career path is I want to go become a career firefighter later on in life. My dad actually found this program out here from one of his buddies that's a state fire instructor out in this area. Said this was one of the best programs out here. It's real nice knowing that I have other people out there who share the same interests as me.
I love OCC, and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real-world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting, because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting, and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
So it's hat and gloves weather today? Wasn't it 75 and sunny yesterday? Fall needs to make up its mind. It's not all bad though. The leaves turn a beautiful red and in come my favorite flavors. That's why I always save time in my morning for Starbucks. I can grab a pumpkin spice latte and it can be served hot or cold to suit whatever type of autumn day I'm having.
OCC proudly serves Starbucks. Come visit us outside the Gordon Cafeteria.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your sports anchor, Ian Brothers. With the women's basketball team on a streak of 90-plus conference wins, ONTV Updates' Anthony Barney talks with head coach Mike Wheeler for a look at his role in this All-Stars team's victorious season.
88-52 is how the Onondaga women Lasers earned their 94th consecutive conference win. With the head coach Mike Wheeler leading this team, he says it's more than just winning.
Experience and something they can bring to the next level with them.
Putting that impressive record aside, Mike Wheeler has won many awards himself.
Conference Coach of the Year, Regional Coach of the Year, and National Coach of the Year. So those are my top three.
With a 90% win rate, most people think Coach Wheeler's success starts with, well, coaching. But in fact, it all begins in the recruitment process.
It's a lot about how we, recruit and what we have as our program. What we build, what we believe in, and the athletes that play basketball with us really are the ones that contribute to the 94 straight wins that we've had in our conference.
Melissa Bukowski, the starting forward, and once named the Region 3 Player of the Week, was nervous about college ball. Now the West Virginia commit, who played in all 33 games last season, is a natural and gives credit to Coach Wheeler's system.
I want to go away and hate it. So I came here and I saw his system and I love running. And he was like, we love to run. I was like, wow, that's good for me. So it was a really good decision too.
With no plans of retiring, Coach Wheeler looks forward to helping athletes reach their full potential. In Allen Hall, I'm Anthony Barney, ONTV Update.
The Lady Lasers just won their 7th straight conference title. Mike Wheeler's team is keeping the dream of winning the NJCAA championship alive. Another great OCC women's basketball season is nearing an end. With the national championships in sight, sophomore Samantha Roberts has already achieved a place in history, or NJCAA. Here at OCC, a star emerged out of the women's basketball team. A local CNS graduate, Samantha Roberts, is now the all-time junior college assist record holder, shattering the previous record of 350 assists.
It's a really good feeling. In high school, I played with my sister, and she was point guard, so I wasn't really in the play much. And then I came here, and they showed me my full potential, and I'm honestly surprised I did it. I didn't know I was close to it at all until we got home from Florida. It's just an amazing feeling. So it's easy to get the assist record when you're playing with such good players.
Breaking the all-time assist record doesn't come easy. Samantha Roberts goes through a rigorous conditioning and training program set up by head coach Mike Wheeler.
Beginning of the season's awful. We run all the time. No matter what drill there is, there's this consequence. We do a lot of sprints, and he just tries to make us do drills that we are constantly running and moving.
We go up and down at a quick pace for 15, 20 minutes, and I'll give them a breather, and then we'll go back at it again. With her, there's not much you can teach by putting her into our system that we have. She fits well in it. That's why she distributes the basketball so well to everyone on the floor.
Samantha Roberts says it's all about teamwork because that's what makes a team great. The Lady Lasers went on to win the MSACs championships against Corning Community College and now have their sights set on the national championships. Samantha Roberts says she is going to finish the season before she decides what school she wants to continue playing for. In other OCC sports news, the Onondaga Lasers men's basketball finished up their season last Friday. They started off strong with 6 wins and only 2 losses, but the team lost their head coach, Dave Pazek, because of allegations against him. The team has then taken over by assistant coach Johnny Davis, who is still currently interim head coach. Unfortunately, their last game was a loss against Finger Lakes Community College. The Lasers end their season with a positive record of 16-13. Did you guys know that the OC women's are going to be playing this Saturday against Jefferson Community College, and if they win, they will move on to the final for the NJCAA title game.
Oh, that's incredible. We wish them the best of luck.
Good luck to them. Since its last renovation in the 1970s, now in 2016, Coulter Library is getting a modern upgrade to its retro look.
Coulter Library is a great place for information and studies and is attracting more attention with its changes underway.
I think some major efforts are being made on the 2nd and 3rd floors, and I think we'll see some results sooner than expected.
Though the library is currently under construction, they haven't closed anything down yet. To my right here is where the book section used to be by the big wall and is temporarily moved over here to my left.
Throughout the year, there will be several changes to the library, including the elevator connected to the 2nd and 3rd floor, which is one of the first of 3 phases of renovation.
And we also will continue to have quiet study because that's one of the big things students want, because we have the only designated quiet study on campus.
It's been discussed for over a decade to give the library an updated look since its last one in 1971 when the library was first built, though at the time changes couldn't be made due to the way that the library was designed.
We are currently in phase 1 of our renovation, and what you're seeing are the walls up on the 1st floor because the elevator's being replaced, and you're seeing walls on the 2nd floor because the back of the library on the 2nd and 3rd floor are being renovated at the moment.
Some space will be made for the library, including some extra study rooms, an added classroom, and a place for events that will hopefully be complete by January 2017. From Coulter Library in Syracuse, I'm Stephen Russell, ONTV Update.
As of now, everything in the library is accessible except for the elevator connecting to the 1st and 2nd floor next to the librarian's front desk.
Coming up next on ONTV Update, a local couple has the entertainment for your next party or corporate team building event, and they bring it right to you.
We'll be right back after the break, so stay tuned.
I love OCC, and I've really been impressed with all of my students here. I teach natural hazards and disasters. I try to bring in real-world events to make what you learn in the classroom applicable to what you might read in the newspaper or see on the news or hear in the media. And then also trying to make it interesting, because sometimes science can be a little boring to folks. So I try to make it exciting, and so perhaps you don't even realize you're learning science.
Felton Art Gallery at Onondaga Community College. Experience art at its most engaging. The gallery features multiple genres of art, including painting, photography, and sculpture.
The teachers here are excellent. I've had some really informative teachers. The lessons are pretty clear, and the teachers are very social. It's a very social experience. I liked the facility a lot. I liked the studios, so I decided to come here. I've learned so much. I've learned an indefinite amount of material about architecture, and I only have more to learn. I would definitely say that this school is excellent for building a portfolio to move on in this major.
Are you eager for knowledge outside the classroom? Then visit Coulter Library. If we don't have the book you're looking for, we can get it on loan. We also have a wide selection of movies and music to enjoy on your study break. And our quiet study rooms allow you to work alone or with classmates in a private environment. We're extending hours during finals week until 11 p.m. so you can catch up on your work. Visit our website for more information. Take advantage of Coulter Library today. You'll never fail in your journey to succeed.
Are you a veteran looking to continue your education? Then check out the Veterans Affairs Office at Coulter Library. We offer a variety of services, such as work study, mentoring, assistance with financial aid, vocational rehabilitation, and much more. The staff at the Office of Veterans Affairs are all veterans who continue to serve the OCC community. Visit room C103 or visit sunyocc.edu for more information.
And we're back with ONTV Update. I'm Stephen Russell.
And I'm Heath Woodruff. Home-based businesses can be a great way to earn money. Games on a Roll is a local home-based business that gets the whole family involved. From selling makeup and children's books to playing music or removing snow, there are any number of business opportunities to run out of your home. Scott and Aaron Brindley of Camillus took their knowledge of video games and turned it into a business that brings those games to you.
When we started looking at starting a business a few years back, coming up near the end of the time I'm going to be in the Army Reserves, looking to retire soon. We could run it from home. It was stuff that I'm somewhat familiar with already.
There's no other video game trailer in Central New York, so when we pull up, kids are super excited to see us.
So from outside it doesn't look very big, but once we come in from out in the cold, it's actually quite roomy.
We have the video game trailer, which is 32 feet long. It's got 5 TVs in there, Xbox, Wii, PlayStation, tons and tons of games, so it doesn't really matter how old the kids are, we can find a game that they can play.
It's been fairly successful. It's not quite where we want it to be yet, but it's pulling its own weight.
Scott and Aaron have 2 children, Mike and Talia, that help out on occasion, making this adventure the whole family can enjoy.
On the rare occasion that we know we're going to do a big event and there's going to be a ton of people, we do ask them to come help along. But otherwise, they tend to stay home and enjoy the fact that we're out of the house for the day.
Scott and Aaron have begun building up their unique party business by adding laser tag and, for the warmer months, water tag that they can set up at their customers' preferred party location.
With dozens of coffee shops like Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts in Central New York, it is a feat that one coffee house had lasted 2 decades with such big competition. Yet Freedom of Espresso has accomplished what only a few coffee houses in the area have done. And that accomplishment is the number of years that they have been opened. The owner, Anna Dobbs, opened shop on West Genesee Street in Fayetteville 20 years ago in 1996 and has not slowed this business owner down.
Evan Bailey is back now with the weekend weather forecast. How's it look, Evan?
Overall, it should be pretty normal, as considering what's been going on the past few days. Today, snow showers, high 23. So, and then as we get through the weekend, it'll warm up. Tomorrow, clouds are possible with a high of 33 degrees, and Sunday warming up with a high of 53 degrees. So, it's relatively warm for this weekend. So, not too bad, not too good.
Interesting.
All right. From all of us here on ONTV Update, I want to thank all of our viewers for watching and a special thank you to Evan Bailey for our weather report and Ian Brothers for his sports report. I'm Stephen Russell.
And I'm Heath Woodruff. Enjoy the rest of your day, OCC.